still having trouble. USDA reports this week that the weather conditions have not improved. Peanuts that have not been dug, about 20%, show a significant deterioration in the condition of their plants, and the peanuts have not allowed combines in general were not working at all this week. So the crop in Argentina is still under threat. I'm Tyron Spearman for Southeast AgNet.
Are you in need of custom screen printing, embroidery, or promotional items? Then look no further and come visit the brand new Legacy Team Sales. LTS is conveniently located off 17th Street next to Armstrong Homes in beautiful Ocala. We offer the best prices and highest quality products for your company, team, school, or nonprofit. Whether looking for screen printed shirts, embroidered polos, or travel team uniforms, you'll be sure to find it at Legacy Team Sales. Come visit our new 27,000 square foot facility. Our friendly and knowledgeable sales staff will assist you in every part of your custom purchase. LTS carries the hottest brands in the industry like Under Armour, Russell, Mizuno, ASICS, Badger Sports, Gildan, Pacific, Ogio, and many more. At LTS, screen printing embroidery is done in-house and we guarantee customer satisfaction. Stop by, give us a call, or check us out on the web at shoplts.com. Remember the name, LTS.
All right, 5 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. And, Memorial Day is just a hop and a skip away.
Yep.
You knew that, right?
Up.
And,
a week from Monday.
And Armed Forces Day is also pretty close.
Yep, and they had the Armed Forces Day celebration at the VFW last Sunday.
Yeah. Do you know when Armed Forces Day is?
No, I don't know the date.
Tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow is Armed Forces Day.
Nice.
So Armed Forces Day is celebrated annually on the third Saturday of May.
Okay.
It is the day to pay tribute to the men and women who have served the United States Armed Forces. So let's do a little bit of that right now. We have such a great veteran-friendly community right here in Ocala.
Yes.
Something I'm really proud of, and I hope that all of you veterans can feel it. And I hope you realize it's not just lip service. We have a really great group called Vets Helping Vets. I know you probably know about them. Hank Whittier, one of the two guys, I believe, that started that so many years ago. I believe Hank and Joe.
And Joe Spaniel. Albano, that's it.
I think it was Albano.
Joe Albano.
I think it was his name. He passed away recently.
Yeah.
But anyway, Joe Martone is on the board of directors for the Vets Helping Vets. So what do people do on Armed Forces Day? You know about Veterans Day. And you know about Memorial Day. Memorial Day is to decorate the graves and remember those who died. Mm-hmm. And Veterans Day is a way to remember veterans. So what is Armed Forces Day? Mm-hmm. Right? It's something you don't hear about too much, right?
Exactly.
A lot of things take place across the country. I guess each community does their own thing. Here in Ocala, we had ours, as you mentioned, Robin, last weekend. Mm-hmm. Our Armed Forces Day here in Ocala, it is tomorrow. And I don't have any information about local activities. However, you are welcome to call if you have any. Mm-hmm. Those who are honored tomorrow include people who serve the Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard, National Guard, Reserve units, any of the branches that I'm leaving out, CBs. They may celebrate Armed Forces Day and week over any period in May because of their unique training schedules. Events and activities may include multi-service military displays in areas open for the public, various educational activities, support the troops themed motorcycle rides, large parades. So there you go. Here's the background to Armed Forces Day.
Nice.
On August 31st, 1949, Louis Johnson, who was the United States Secretary of Defense at the time, announced that the creation of an Armed Forces Day would replace the separate Army Day, Navy Day, Air Force Day. They had 3 days back in those days.
Okay.
The event stemmed from the Armed Forces unification under one department, the Department of Defense. Makes sense.
It does.
The Army, Navy, and Air Force leagues adopted the newly formed day. The Marine Corps League declined to drop support for Marine Corps Day, but supports Armed Forces Day as well. Mm-hmm. Which is interesting. They want their own day.
Very.
The first Armed Forces Day was celebrated on Saturday, May 20th, 1950. The theme for that day was Teamed for Defense, which expressed the unification of all military forces under one government department. According to the Department of Defense, the day was designated and designed to expand public understanding of what type of job was performed and the role of each branch of the military, as well as the role of the military in civilian life. Armed Forces Day was a day for the military to show their state-of-the-art equipment to Americans. Today is National, let me read it so I don't say it wrong, National Defense Transportation Day. So a lot of the people are taking today and showing the equipment they have as far as how they transport soldiers, how they transport equipment, et cetera, et cetera. It's also a day to honor and acknowledge Americans in the armed forces as well, of course, somebody in the armed forces. Parades,
Certainly.
open houses, receptions, and air shows held all over the place. We had our event was basically a musical event, right?
Yes.
With the Kingdom of the Sun Concert Band.
Yep. It was wonderful.
So if you're doing
Support our
anything for
troops.
Armed Forces Day, let me know. I would love to hear about some of the things. Maybe I can look something up in the meantime.
Okay.
The themes that you could have if you were having a party, an Armed Forces Day party or an Armed Forces Day get-together. You could have appreciation of a nation, dedication and devotion, freedom through unity. Yesterday we had these gentlemen in town down by the Ocala Circle Square, recognizing those who were wounded in action. Of course, they're veterans. They're not currently in the armed forces, so
Right.
it's a thin line, and it doesn't really matter. We honor everybody.
Oh, certainly.
Even on Memorial Day, we always, thank vets, and on Veterans Day, of course, we remember those who have fallen. It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
We they all kind of blend together. So I have here a list of ideas on what you can do to recognize those who are in the armed forces today or tomorrow or any time really, if that you want to. But it's specifically for Armed Forces Day. Let's take a phone call first, and then we'll go over these things. Your phone calls are invited. We are hoping that you do call, as a matter of fact. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. The amateur radio community celebrates Armed Forces Day by having a day where amateur radio stations try to contact stations on military bases and ships and such.
There you go.
It's not a formal event, but it kind of takes place every year.
And do you do it? Do you participate in that?
I haven't, but if members of the club are going to go out to the club station, I'll probably show up.
Huh, that sounds cool. Good information. Thank you, Jim.
Okay.
Appreciate the call.
Have a good day. Bye.
Here's some things you can do. You can volunteer at a VA hospital. We have a wonderful VA clinic right here in Ocala at the Cascades.
Yeah, we do.
There's a VA hospital up in Gainesville. If you want to be in a bigger facility, you can volunteer up there. You can donate your time to a veterans group. Vets Helping Vets is one I would recommend. And once you bond with those guys, you're probably never going to leave those guys.
Yeah, right. For sure.
There are 152 veteran medical centers in the United States, as well as hundreds of clinics. We have another one down in the Villages, correct? Am I
Yes.
forgetting any in our local listening area?
Nope.
Boy, it's getting dark out there, huh?
Yep.
Going to rain.
Well, we do have the one in Fort McCoy, the VFW Retirement Village.
The retire. Oh yeah, you could
in
volunteer
Fort McCoy,
over there.
You can volunteer. It's a wonderful facility. Wonderful facility.
Our volunteering usually is in the form of performing music.
Yes.
That's usually our form.
And we were involved there one year.
We were.
With the Armed Forces
Got
Day
a nice
salute.
plaque from Al.
Yeah,
I can't
sure did. Lugo. Al Lugo.
Lugo.
Yeah.
Another thing you can do is simply go talk to an active service member. Say thank you for your service. I know you're still serving, and we salute you as well as we salute veterans. Ask questions about their service. Why they joined the military. Listen to their stories. A little interest can go a long way, especially if they're away from home. We don't have too much of that around here because we don't have a base here.
Right.
But if you happen to live in a city where there's a base, you probably know quite a few military folks who are stationed in your town who probably show up at your restaurants and
Exactly.
you're in uniform. Here's one I like a lot. Visit a memorial. I mean, nothing strikes you more than visiting a memorial because that's when it hits you across the face that these people died for you.
It does.
All across the United States, military members are honored through monuments that memorialize their service and sacrifice. Down in Bushnell, as you know, there is a national cemetery, and I believe that's the name of it, right?
Yes. It is. And we have one right here at the Veterans Park.
There's not nobody buried there, though.
No, but I mean, at least you can have your name, your loved one's name put on a brick or on a bench, and you can honor that person that way for their service.
Or you could just visit the park. Visit the. Have you ever gone to the Ocala Marion County Veterans Memorial Park?
Yeah, it's very wow.
It is really humbling. I mean, you'll just look at the names and you realize these people gave something.
They sure did.
I don't know if I have any information about the traveling Vietnam Wall. I think there is something happening soon. You know who works with that is Carol Ann Baldwin. She helps with that.
She's fabulous with that.
If you happen to be able to go to Washington, D.C., there you will find a lot of folks leaving flowers and wreaths and doing rubbings off of the Vietnam Wall, Memorial Wall. As well as the World War II Memorial, For a couple of years, we were much involved in the honor flight.
Oh, yes.
So it's just one of those days you want to remember. Let's take a little break.
Oh, okay.
I've got some more for Armed Forces Day.
Okay.
Didn't want to let this day go by without saying something about it,
No.
since we're not on the air on Saturday. So we'll take a little break and be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. More clouds and sun, warm but humid on this Friday with a couple of showers and thunderstorms, mainly during the afternoon. Watch for flooding downpours, the high 87 to 91. Mostly cloudy Friday night with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm around early. Low 68 inland, 74 along the coast. For Saturday, more clouds and sun with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm, especially in the afternoon, the high 85 to 89. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Joe Lundberg.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Stay informed on everything going on in the Villages with the Village Spectator newspaper. The Village Spectator is exclusively devoted to the Villages with news, commentary, and more. And yes, they have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask is that you tell them where you heard about them. Call Tom's Picks at 804-1223 and pick up your copy of the Village Spectator today.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 572-2510. That's 572-2510.
Hi, this is Brad. I want to take a moment to talk about a serious issue. In the next 5 years, the aviation industry is projected to have a shortage of commercial pilots. Now is the time to start training. Ocala Flying Club has started a scholarship for the youth of Marion County ages 17 to 24. The club will donate up to $4,000 towards a pilot's license. This will help get the student on their way to obtaining their commercial pilot license. If this sounds like something you would be interested in, or if you know someone that would be, please contact Ocala Aviation Services, 861-7484.
Palm Garden wants to get to the heart of the matter. If you've been in the hospital as a cardiac patient, maybe you have a pacemaker or congestive heart failure or an arrhythmia, or perhaps you're a heart bypass patient, then consider Palm Garden as your rehab choice. With proven outcomes second to none, Palm Garden fixes broken hearts. Call today at 854-6262. That's 854-6262. Thank you, me.
Thank you, Larry. That was really nice.
18 minutes after 11 o'clock, it's raining outside. Raining.
Joe said, yay, Larry.
I thank you too, John. All right, tomorrow's Armed Forces Day. Put together a care package is another recommendation or another suggestion of what you might want to do to show those who are currently serving us that you appreciate their service. Let me tell you a real quick story. When my nephew Christopher was serving in Afghanistan, the folks over at Jerry's Pawn and Gun have always been really good to us. And Jerry, I don't know if he still makes turkey jerky, but back then he used to do. Well, he would hunt turkey.
Yes.
And he would have all this turkey, and then he would jerkify it. I don't know what you do. Dry it out?
I think so. I think you dry it out and put stuff on it.
And so he sent over, he knew that I had a nephew in Afghanistan. And he sent over these, oh my gosh, it was a box full of plastic bags, and the plastic bags all had turkey jerky in them. And he wanted me to send it to Christopher, my nephew.
Yes.
So we did. And apparently it took a long time to get there, so thank goodness it's jerkified, because otherwise it would have gone bad, right?
Exactly.
So,
yes.
But they finally got it, and apparently it was a big hit. But it was like when I asked him about it, he said, "Oh yeah, it arrived like 2 days before I left." So it got there just in the nick of time. Yeah. I mean, the others would have appreciated it. But
he and his guys really had a good time with it. Yeah. Thank you, Jerry Steele.
So if you're putting a package together, don't put something perishable in there, because it takes a long time to get to them.
Yeah,
it takes
for
a long time.
That's too bad too.
And remember, we had this wonderful lady in town who was putting together the shoebox, Operation Shoebox. Oh my gosh, it made national news. George Bush invited her to the White House, and remember she was
from Bellevue.
And I know a lot of churches do this. They put together these boxes and send them over to the troops. Microsoft is matching gifts to servicemen and women during this month in honor of Military Appreciation Month. So send a gift to a soldier. Let me see if I have the details on that one.
Okay. There's still time. Military Appreciation
Month. Go to Microsoft.com. Oh my gosh, it's a big long address.
Oh, okay.
Join us in thanking our troops. May is Military Appreciation Month, and May 21st is Armed Forces Day. Show your support by sending a digital gift card to our servicemen. Good morning, ma'am. To our servicemen and women before May 21st. Well, that would be today. And Microsoft will match all donations up to $25,000.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That is cool.
That is very cool.
All right. So you have to go to...
I guess Google Microsoft Armed Forces Day cards.
Microsoft,
take you.
Yeah.
It'll take you over there.
It's Microsoft.com/EN-US/store/digital-gift-cards.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That's not too hard.
I don't know if that'll take you there or not. Okay.
Yeah, not too hard.
Of course, another thing you do is donate to a worthy cause. That always goes a long way. And who are the worthy causes? Well, let me tell you something. There are some that are really... I'm telling you, there are some. They're in the news all the time. The ones that you have to watch out for.
Yep.
I would stay local. I would stay local. I'd go to the VFW out in Fort McCoy and say, "Hey, could I help you out? I give you a couple $. You can go buy, something for the facility."
And we've got the Ritz Retirement Village.
Go to
right
the Ritz
on
Retirement Village.
Boulevard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for all the veterans.
Go to the. to the Ocala Marion County Veterans Memorial Park.
Yes.
Jeffrey Askew runs that whole thing over there. Just ask Jeffrey, this is an upstanding guy.
Yeah, with veteran services.
Hey, what can I got $10 I want to give you. Help with something.
Exactly.
Of course, Vets Helping Vets. Another good group. I think we probably have that number somewhere here because we're so close to them.
Yes.
Let's see. Some of the organizations that are listed here, I know are top heavy, so I'm not going to read their names. I'm not going to say anything about them. Just leave it unsaid because I don't want anybody to argue with me. But I know we've had guests on who told us that some of the organizations. Oh, Joe is holding something up.
Oh, 433-2320 is the VETS number.
Okay. But some of these are top heavy. Like they have CEOs that get a lot of money, and the actual money that goes to the troops is very little. So find a group that really is going to do it. And like I say, the best thing is to find somebody local, whether you're living in Ocala, Gainesville, Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I like that.
Certainly.
I don't think we have any parades here, but another thing is attend a parade. I don't think Ocala is having any Armed Forces Day parades. We have.
No.
We had our celebration last Saturday, right?
Yes.
Let me see if I have it. Armed Forces Day, Ocala. Let's see if I have anything here. Well, Armed Forces and First Responder Day. I guess they combined the two.
Oh, okay.
Is that right? They did First Responders too. Okay.
I guess they did.
Another idea you can do in addition to that is offer to help a military spouse. You know somebody who is the wife or the husband of somebody serving in the military, and she or he is home
alone.
While expressing gratitude to service members, don't forget their families.
Yeah.
See, again, when my nephew was out in Afghanistan, his wife and his children were here.
Yep.
You know, the one thing that they can do that they couldn't do, previous generations was contact each other by Skype with the computer. They could see each other,
Cell phones now, everybody's got a cell phone and works over there.
So there you go. Something. Make sure that if you do fly America's Stars and Stripes that you follow the code.
Oh, yes.
If you're flying a flag today.
Yep.
A simple thank you is always good. Sometimes this is the most honest expression of gratitude to those who serve our country. I was with you one time, Robin, and you thanked a gentleman for his service, and I could just see it in his eyes. It made his day.
It doesn't take long to say those words and really mean it. Have to mean it.
Get an American flag made in the USA. Follow the code. Do you know what the code is? Let's see. Make sure I know it all. This is from Congress. The United States flag, federal law relating to display and associated questions. Ready for this?
Okay.
Okay, do I have time for this?
Yeah, I think so.
This is the flag code for the United States flag. Gosh, it's
okay.
Public concern and confusion regarding the proper respect shown in the United States flag has given rise to many questions on the law relating to the flag's handling, the flag's display, and the flag's use. Both the state governments and federal governments have enacted legislation on this subject. On the national level, the federal flag code provides uniform guidelines for the display of and respect shown to the flag. Let's see if I have some of them. The Pledge of Allegiance to the flag is, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I know you know that. I didn't read it to tell you that. I just read it to tell you that in the actual code, it does have under God in there.
I'm glad.
So I don't know. They say separation of church and state, but I don't know about that.
Not this way.
Let's see. It is the universal custom to display the flag only from sunrise to sunset on the buildings and on stationary flag poles in the open. However, when a patriotic event is desired, the flag may be displayed 24 hours a day if properly illuminated during the hours of darkness.
Yeah, gotta have it lit.
The flag should be hoisted briskly and lowered ceremoniously. So when the flag goes up, you put it right up. When you lower it, slowly. I never knew that.
I didn't know that either. I thought it was the same speed.
The flag should not be displayed on days when the weather is inclement. Is that how you say that word, inclement? Except when an all-weather flag is displayed.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
The flag should be displayed on all days, especially New Year's Day, Inauguration Day, Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, Lincoln's birthday, Washington's birthday, Easter Sunday, Mother's Day, Armed Forces Day, that's tomorrow.
And Father's Day is left out, huh?
Memorial Day, so far. Memorial Day, and Memorial Day half-staff until noon. On Memorial Day, you keep it at half-staff until noon.
Oh, okay, that I did not know. I thought it was
that's coming
half-staff
up.
all day.
Flag Day, June 14th. Independence Day. Yeah, you're right. Father's Day. Labor Day, Constitution Day, Columbus Day, Navy Day, Veterans Day, Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day, and such other days as may be proclaimed by the President of the United States, and the birthdays of states. In other words, the date of admission on the state holidays. I never knew that.
I didn't either. Oh,
the flag should be displayed daily or near the main administration building of every public institution.
Yes, for sure.
The flag should not be displayed on a float in a parade, except from a staff or as provided in subsection 1 of this section. Oh, wow, you can't have a flag on a float. I never knew that.
Well, even if it's the military float, I never knew that.
The flag should not be draped over the hood, top, sides, or back of a vehicle or of a railroad train or a boat. Wow, I didn't know that.
Gosh, no.
When the flag is displayed on a motor car, the staff should be fixed firmly to the chassis or clamped to the right fender.
Oh, okay.
No other flag or pennant should be placed above or if on the same level to the right of the flag of the United States of America, except during church services conducted by naval chaplains at sea, when the church pennant may be flown above the flag during church services for the personnel of the Navy.
Oh, really? I didn't know that about that. I always thought the U.S. flag was the very tippity top.
No, God is higher than the country.
Yes. I love that quote, by the way. God is higher than the country.
The flag of the United States of America, when it is displayed with another flag against a wall from crossed staffs, should be on the right, the flag's own right, and its staff should be in front of the staff of the other flag. Wow, there's so many.
Okay.
There's so many rules regarding the flags of the United States. But anyway, tomorrow is Armed Services Day. I wanted to make sure we mentioned that. Let me squeeze in a phone call. Good morning. Thank you for calling. Are you there? Going once, going twice? Nobody's there.
Armed Forces Day tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. So I remember, just real quickly, when my father was alive years and years ago, I contacted the congressman at the time who represented this area. It was not Cliff Stearns. I think it was McKay.
Buddy McKay,
Buddy McKay? Yeah. And I asked him if he could have a flag flown from my father over the Capitol, and he arranged for it to happen. And guess what? I'm not special. Anybody can have this done.
Yeah, that was pretty
All you have
amazing.
to do is pay for the flag. They'll raise it, they'll raise it, they'll lower it.
Yep.
They'll fold it up and send it to you with a certificate showing that it flew on the date that you asked them to. Isn't that interesting?
Very interesting.
All right, we will be right back. Fun with Joe coming up in just a little bit. This is WOCA Ocala.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. In the probe into the crash of Egypt Air Flight 804, investigators saying they've completed a sweep of the passenger manifest.
According to the French authorities, no names have cropped up as being on watch lists. It's a clean sweep, nothing suspicious among the names of the passengers or indeed the crew. There were 3 security officials, air marshals, on this flight.
Mark Stone with Fox Sister Network Sky News. The number of pregnant women with Zika in the U.S. spiking because of a new counting method announced today. The CDC will count all women who tested positive, regardless of symptoms. Until now, officials reported how many had both symptoms and positive blood tests. And jury selection starts in the murder for hire trial of former Illinois police officer Drew Peterson. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Sometimes what you want most from your car is nothing. No headaches, no surprises, no anxiety when it's late at night and you're on some distant freeway in a thunderstorm. Owning a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz can be that anxiety-free experience on every level. You know you're in one of the safest and most thoughtfully engineered vehicles on the road. And with an unlimited mileage warranty, you can drive as far as you want for up to 3 years, with roadside assistance included. Your sense of confidence and adventure are as unlimited as the warranty itself. Now you can drive the car of your dreams and realize that nothing is everything. And during the Certified Pre-Owned Sales event going on now through May 31st, you can receive 2 years of complimentary prepaid maintenance and special financing available through Mercedes-Benz Financial Services. Only at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer. You've waited long enough.
See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for complete details and limitations on certified pre-owned warranties.
Ad Council.
The many causes of back pain vary, some of which can be very scary. Whether your tweak begins up high in your neck or down lower just above your cheek, acupuncture can help ensure that you have a pain-free week. Come see me, Dr. Erica Olstein, at A Better You Healthcare, just off of 27th Avenue behind the Paddock Mall. Call today to set your acupuncture appointment. Call 352-615-5566 and visit abetteryouhealthcare.com.
Here are today's headlines from The Source, WOCA. A major victory for consumers at the Florida Supreme Court yesterday. The justices have rejected Florida Power and Light's plan to charge customers to prospect for natural gas. The Public Service Commission said the power company could pass along the costs of a $191 million investment in an Oklahoma fracking project to ratepayers, but the Supreme Court says the PSC doesn't have the legal authority. State law says they can only recover costs for generation, transmission, and distribution. So the court says any sort of exploration or drilling has to be done on the company's dime and the shareholders. Florida Power & Light now has to decide whether to continue the legal fight for fracking or refund millions of dollars to customers. FP&L spokeswoman Sarah Gatewood says they haven't figured out which avenue they intend to take. Researchers have confirmed that 3 Nile crocodiles were captured near Miami, and they say it's possible more of the reptiles are still out there. The big question now, how did they get to Florida? University of Florida herpetologist Kenneth Crisco and his co-authors just published a paper showing that DNA testing proved the 3 animals captured in 2009, 2011, and 2014 are Nile crocodiles, a species whose males grow to over 16 feet long and weigh upward of 1,600 pounds. Crisco, who works at the University of Florida's Museum of Natural History, said the captured crocodiles matched genetically, meaning they are related to one another, but did not match Nile crocodiles kept at Disney's Animal Kingdom and other licensed Florida attractions. The Nile croc, if it became established in the Everglades, would pose another invasive threat to its teetering ecosystem. We do have our own version of the crocodile here in Florida, but there are differences between it and its African cousin. The American crocodile lives in fresh and brackish waters largely throughout Central America and the Caribbean, although there is a population of them in extreme South Florida. And Nile crocodiles are found widely throughout Africa and are the largest crocodile species. They prefer lakes, rivers, freshwater swamps, and brackish water. AAA projects more than 38 million Americans will travel this Memorial Day weekend. That is the second highest Memorial Day travel volume on record and the most since 2005. The Memorial Day holiday travel period is defined as Thursday, May 26th through Monday, May 30th. Nearly 34 million holiday travelers will drive to their Memorial Day destinations, an increase of 2.1% over last year. Air travel is expected to increase 1.6% over last year, with 2.6 million Americans taking to the skies this Memorial Day. Travel by other modes of transportation, including cruises, trains, and buses, will fall 2.3% to 1.6 million travelers. Low gasoline prices are fueling the rise in the number of drivers, and AAA expects most U.S. drivers will pay the lowest Memorial Day gas prices since 2005. AAA estimates that Americans have saved more than $18 billion on gas so far this year, compared to the same period in 2015. And once again, the Department of State is asking for your help finding a candidate whose statue should be enshrined in Washington, D.C. as a representative of Florida. The Florida legislature voted earlier this year to remove the statue of Confederate General Edmund Kirby Smith from the U.S. Capitol.